Welcome to the Mundus Fractura Lore Guide. This week on Lore Guide, we will take a deep look at the darker side of the existence of spirits on Mundus. Let's look at some of the maladies that can afflict those members of the incorporeal Odudir, or undead, of the planet. Starting with Bergmal rot. This virulent spiritual disease is known to be contracted by spirits who encounter psionic domains of trauma, called shattered memory fields, areas linked with multiple and repeated psionic critical mishaps. The malady causes the infected subject's voice to become disembodied, trailing some 3 to 5 meters from the source. The afflicted's words begin repeating themselves out of sync at first, as whispers, then as screaming echoes. Over time, these echoes become aggressive, acting as independent spirit fragments of will. These fragments will grow in power, eventually attempting to permanently dominate the original host spirit or others nearby. There are currently no known cures. Moving on to cavity, or holrimi, as it is known to the elves, is typically caused by exposure to and successful resistance of soul-devouring magics. The devastating lethal forces of such magics can still have ill effect, even when the target spirit manages to resist the malignant magics. There is a known chance that survivors may contract cavity and begin to lose self-recognition and identity. Thoughts, memories, and even core motivations fade away, replaced with foreign impressions or complete emotional flatness. It is rumored that in the Floi Yaldum of Fjervestur et Kvisel, there is a monastery which holds the only known and closely guarded means of restoration. Sorg, it is said, with this malady. You feel the mourning of others as chains around your soul. This cancerous illness affects both corporeal and incorporeal undead alike. An Odudir who lingers too close to the grieving hearts of the living may become bound by the weight of remembrance. This spiritual illness causes the afflicted to relive their own death repeatedly and anchors them in place near a loved one or unfinished business. Affected sentient undead are unable to either pass on or continue their existence until either the natural passing of the loved one they are tethered to, whom they are compelled to then also protect, or fulfill the cryptic task, destiny, or prophecy which binds them to the same type of servitude. Kindle Eldi, or torch fire. The Totem claim that with this malady, you shine too brightly in the spirit world, and they see you. An illness of overexposure caused by a special type of magical corruption that affects only spirits. The result of this infection causes too much attention from entities beyond. The afflicted's presence becomes luminous in the spirit realm, a beacon to predators like soul leeches, wraithhounds, devourers, and a multitude of parasitic, ethereal entities. Restorative magics only prove to worsen the condition. The only advice I have been able to find in the great archives whilst researching a cure was to seek ye a witch. Lastly, in this list of STIs, spiritually transmitted infections, thread syndrome. Discovered by the Felidae, they note that with this syndrome, you are caught in the cords of other lives. This is contracted from touching too many fates, abuse of dunamancy magics, or overusing possession abilities. The spirit's essence becomes tangled in multiple timelines or souls. Symptoms include phantom personalities surfacing, time displacement glitches, or bleeding into others' memories. It is rumored that the only cure is a specialized surgery performed with one of the fabled knives of the elusive Tortemberry species. The procedure must further employ the use of and be performed in the light of a Tortemberry's lantern. There are many more spiritual illnesses we will cover in future videos, but that is all for this time. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for future lore guides, and thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.